Yo, what's up, guys? Look, I'm excited to be here on our weekly Wednesday breakdown. Just excited to share with you what's happening in the market. The markets have been a little bit crazy. Going into this week, a lot of news around the war and things of that nature. So, yeah, it's been an interesting week so far. And I'm gonna just give you a few of my thoughts. We're gonna look at some charts together, and I'm gonna give you some of my thoughts that I have going into this week. And for the ones that have been with me or know about me, I'm a very fundamental driven trader. So everything I will be talking about is gonna be mostly fundamental based than anything really else. And when I look at the market before I do anything, I come and I sit down. The first thing that I do is I look at my mains, or I do a thing called situation analysis where I look at what's really going on. Now, just full transparency, with my swing trades going into this week, I knew it beforehand that there will not be many positions that I will be entering. Okay, so I will show you the position I am in currently, right? The ones I'm gonna hold and the ones I'm not gonna hold, so on and so forth. What I've taken this week already, we are on Wednesday. I have taken two trades. So I will show you both of them and why I'm in them and so on and so forth. But let's look at what's going on. Last night, Trump and his administration was like, and I'm reading it here. They said we want to, they're in talks that there's going to be negotiation as soon as Thursday, which would be tomorrow, and they want to pretty much finish this whole mess that is going on in the Middle East. Now the thing is, he already did this on Monday, right? And as you can see, actually this was right here. Monday, boom. This wick down, this right here on the US bonds. I mean, I can show it on oil. It will be a little bit easier to see. Boom, here we go. So if I come down here, right here is where he said that the war is gonna end and whatnot. So let me just draw this out for you guys. And when he did say this, the market initially bought it, and the reason why the market bought it, just so you know, it happened during a time where nobody was up, people were not trading. I think it was a lot of manipulation. I think it was a lot of just pushing price how they please. It happened. Well, this is Monday. What time we're on here? We are here on Sydney time, so we are in Melbourne time. Okay, so it happened. Yeah, not here. This is when the market opened up, but pretty much here, right? This right here, as you can see. So this was the Monday. This is where he said, "Hey, we are done. The war is gonna stop," and the market obviously reacted to it. And why am I talking about that is because, look, the market is very fragile to anything and everything that is being said right now. We're gonna go back on the daily time frame. It is very fragile to anything and everything said. I expected going into this week that we're gonna just have a very simple week where it's just gonna be continuation of what happened. This is the third week of the war. It started in the first week of March. Literally, if I remember the date correctly, it was the 2nd of March, and yeah, it was the 2nd of March. That the market started moving based off the theme of the war. So looking at this, let me look back at where we are at. We're looking at the 10-year bonds, and we're looking at the 2-year bonds. They are, they have pulled back a little bit. Does this mean much to me right now? No, not really, because again, right now this is a headline, moving market. You had, you know, um, the DXY hit 100 and then get pushed right down, and it's going back right up. It's it's not a trade. It's not a market you can directionally trade. It's not a market that I can swing. Because again, I'm a swing trader. Yes, I do scalp, and I will talk about scalping in a minute. But when I'm talking about completely off, um, trading, swing trading, the big accounts. Of course, you can scalp big accounts too. But for me, I'm a swing trader. I'm macro driven. I'm understanding what's going on in the market. This market is a very whipsaw market. It's gonna go up, down, up, down, up, down. anything and everything that is being said is going to be taken into effect. You know, DXY, like I said, not doing much. US 30 had a bounce up last night. You know, again, I wouldn't want to trade this. And let's talk NAS 100. I see these continue to go down. Just so you know, I see US 30 continue to push down. I see NAS 100 continue to push down. Most importantly, I also see the SP, the SPX or the S&P 500 to continue to push down too. Can we go 6,000? That is the big question. This is the big question. Okay. And would I want it to go to 6,000? No. But is it going to? Well, it's looking like it. Let's just put it that way. Right? It's looking like it, that it can go down all the way to 6,000 if the war continues and so on and so forth. So we're looking all the way down here. Yeah. There are certain banks that have called out that level, which makes it a little bit more intriguing as well. But yeah, that will be a massive drop. I mean, I'm talking this drop, a 10% drop, 9% drop. Like, people are gonna lose their heads when that does happen. We haven't seen those numbers since last year. Very likely, okay? Very, very likely. And I'll talk about why. Now, Wix, this has been my number one indicator of this whole war situation. I mean, look at this. It literally whipsawed. It sold on the news, bought it right back up. Yeah, they're not buying. They're not buying this whole thing. Markets currently, as of right now, are still not truly buying what Trump said and his administration said. Which, can you really blame them? I don't. Let me open up Bloomberg here. I really don't. I think, it's a whole bunch of nonsense that is just being said to be said, so that we can put the markets back down. Look, here's the reality: as crude goes up, as oil goes up, inflation goes higher. And I read it somewhere that roughly, based off what has happened in oil and how far up it's gone, the U.S. is expecting, and if I remember this correctly, 2.4% inflation going higher. Guys, 2.4%. Okay, like, this is no joke. 2.4% is no joke, right? All falls on US. Yeah, diplomatic push, sure, it is, but it's not pushing down like crazy. It's still at around 90, right? Brent is still at 100. But here is my point. We're gonna go to countries here, and we're gonna pick the United States. Like, the inflation rate is already 2.4. It's already 2.4. Where do you see that going on, right? So, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. USD should strengthen up in any of these scenario. I do like Aussie. I think Aussie will also continue to hike rates up even more. Yeah, Aussie. Yeah, looking very, very, very strong. We'll put it that way. We had some rejection of the 75 level. Yep. Right. So remember, we go up 25 basis points. So that's why I have these lines to sort of tell me where we might be headed to next. The US 10s, Aussie 10s have gone down a little bit. SPX actually went up. This will be interesting to know why this is happening, right, in the Australian news cycle. But iron going down, push down, copper push down, China having a pullback up, gas is around the same area. Now, NZD is really following everything that AUD does. Like, you would see that. It's like a lagging indicator to AUD for me. Do I like to trade NZD a lot? Yes and no. It's okay. It's a good pair. Do we have any news for it today? Well, we got the flash. Oh, sorry, that was yesterday. Okay, the Australian went down today because the CPI came out negative. There's the answer to why this has pulled down, right? The CPI coming down below expectation, and yeah, that's not really good. We have the GBP CPI that's gonna come. By the way, just to finish off on AUD for me, that's okay. This is still gonna push AUD higher. Again, looking at where they were, I have all the notes out. I mean, I have it right here. Let's pull up trade economics right here too. Australia is in no place right now to be holding rates, or yeah, if they hold it, it's gonna be a hawkish hold. But they're most definitely in no place for them to cut. Okay, no, I don't care. The CPI came out 0.1 better. Right, it doesn't matter to me at all. I'm continuously long AUD. Okay, regardless. Cool. Let's talk about NZD. Like I said, it's just gonna follow suit, right? Because AUD did it, NZD is gonna do it. No problem. I still expect it to continue to go up. Let me add a couple of lines here. And 75. Like, we're still chilling at the 75 level, which is completely fine. Okay, look, yeah. I am still very bullish on NZD. Yeah, this is fine. It has gone down. I do believe it to continue to go down. CAD, not really much of my interest. With the oil prices being very closely linked, but still, I would express my strength in oil through USD. Okay, Euro, not in the best situation right now, macro wise speaking. They're okay macro wise, but when it comes to, they're gonna get hit with inflation the highest. So yeah, with higher inflation, they're gonna have to hike up rates. We have all these people that went from a little bit dovish, like literally last month, to now all of a sudden everybody's hawkish because of what the oil prices are gonna do to them. Same thing here. We're chilling at 3. DAX should be, DAX is chilling. It should actually continue to go down. Okay, GBP really pushing up. I'm guessing this is because of CPI bets. These are the yeah, this will for sure go up. GBP, yep, they're gonna get hit with a lot of inflation too. FTSE, I would sell this. Again, not financial advice here, but I would sell this. This is, if you see, this is what's happening here. It has ripped. Look at this, ripping up. But this was the move. Yeah, I would buy this. This was the move. I would buy this. I can see this. Sorry, no, buy it. My bad. Sell this. I would like to sell it down to 9,500. I actually was looking for buys here all the way up to 10, which we got. This was last year. We actually peaked at almost 11. Insane. I actually didn't get my entry. So, gold. Now, here's the thing with gold. I think gold is gonna whipsaw like crazy. That's what I believe. There's gonna be a lot of scalping opportunity. I will be scalping this. I will not be swing trading this week. I'll show you the position I'm in. There's only one position. There's a few things I'm looking at, but yeah, gold, in my opinion, is gonna be incredible for scalping. The moves are gonna be crazy. It's gonna move a lot. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go down. As long as you have confirmation, you have an indicator like we do, you'll be fine. If you don't, yeah, I would stay out. Right? So this is all good. Japanese yen, yeah, should be going. Japanese yen sort of going up, but again, I'll show you my position. It will make sense why I'm a little bit. I'm talking about the Japanese yen. Nikki, cool. Silver, yeah, nothing crazy. So now let's look at my watch list for the week, right? So this watch list was set last week, and we will continue to monitor it. Now, I do want to long AUD CAD. The reason why I haven't, Canada does have really bad data. But again, I just don't want to trade anything right now because one headline will completely mess up my trade like it did last week. AUD JPY, I do like a buy here. Okay, I really do, but yeah, not much volatility, and if I wanted to, I should have entered there. So tough luck, too late now. So I'm not going to enter. Um, AUD USD, just monitoring, not looking to take it, not looking to really do anything, just monitoring it. This was actually a great trade. I remember this one. This was a great trade. Euro USD. Let me just show you guys Euro USD real quick. Now, this is why I am so out of the market. This is one trade that I took. I expect, by the way, 1.14. So I'm expecting us to go down here, right? Like all the way down here. This is my expectation. This is just a nice little whole number. Worst case scenario I see here. So we'll just leave it there for a minute. Now, why am I out of this market? And why do I not care about trading this? I was in this trade that reversed. Guys, like, what are you talking about? Why is there a, 153 pip move? And of course it happens on a Friday, right? Then I get into this sell, which was doing incredible, like a 1-4, until our boy Trump decides to say the war is ending, and everybody in their mama decides, hey, yeah, that's true, it is, but it's not. He said, yeah, we have negotiated that war is gonna end, right? Driving the market up. Now, yesterday, this was a pretty simple trade for me. I just took a 1-1. I expected the market to again whipsaw. I knew what was going on. Came off a demand zone, simple 1-1, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Just wanted to recover, some of the potential trade I could have had here. But again, this was a nice little 0.5% gain, so nothing too good, nothing too crazy. But the same thing happened with me on GU, right? Because I was in sales for EU and GU at the same time, where I was able to get at a 1-2, half a position, which was again running a 1-5, right? Which, thanks to Trump. NZD USD, just have my eyes on it. Just want to see how it's doing. I have no appetite of trading this nonsense. USD CAD, it has broken out. It is on its way up now. The trade was there again Monday, 2 weeks ago. Did not get in. No problem. No harm, no foul. USD JPY, again, just keeping an eye on it. I do have it going to 160. My appetite has gone since this happened to trade the market. It's completely gone. And I don't want to trade this. And here's the thing. People think you have to trade all the time. You really don't, right? So, the position I'm actually in, NZD JPY. This is the only position that I'm in. I am currently in drawdown. So 1-4 with a 1-2. I take half a position out at 1-2 and I let the rest go. This is very simple. Now, I think NZD is in a good position to continue to be hawkish. While JPY, yeah, they do need to be hawkish. They're not gonna do much. I'm not buying it from them. I don't think they're going to be. But I do know that this market is waiting for something to move it, right? Really, that's what they're waiting for. So looking at the Forex factory right here on my left, we don't have any news coming up on JPY this whole week. But I will continue to hold this because I collect positive swaps anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm happy to be in drawdown. I'm happy to be in profit. I'm happy for the market just chilling for me to be in it. I don't see it breaking past the 92 point. If it does, it does. But yeah, this is the only trade I am happy to get into the whole week, and this is the only one I will be in. That's really where my appetite is. Now, the other side of my appetite, 100%, is going to come down to us trading gold. Right, we're going to be scalping gold all week. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity in gold all week long. On the 3-minute chart, there was a buy situation there. At 7 a.m. That paid out massively. We would have gotten in here. So this whole move up, about $190 move, not bad. The appetite for gold scalping is definitely there. This was another sell-off. I mean, to the math, right? 20 pip move up, 54 pip down. So a 1 to 2 you could have easily had if you would have taken it. So yeah, will I be trading this? 100%. I'll be trading London, and I'll be trading this in London session. I will be trading this in New York session. Probably just London. We'll see how time goes and how everything is going. But that's where I'm at for this week. It's not a lot. Let's just put it that way. It's really not a lot. Yes, there is crazy news going on. There's a lot of things happening, but I like to trade a market where the direction is clear. I want to trade a simple market, and I'm not afraid to sit on my hands like most people are. One way I sit on my hands is because I do trade gold, right? And I do scalp it. So I'm technically not sitting on my hand. But again, that account is relatively small compared to my 400K, that I'm swinging this on and I'm managing positions. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the breakdown for this week. I'll catch you again on Sunday. We'll go over everything that we spoke about today. Plan out the next week. Now, we do have links in bio. You want to join the Telegram link, completely free for you to come in, see how we trade, what we do. It's in the bio. And yeah, more links below to help you become a better trader. With that being said, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.